Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh,
hi. Do you guys want to flutter touch just on our fingers?
Flutter touch through the
flutter
internet?
touches.
Yes. We love this.
Yes, the opposite of the screaming that used to happen, Seth, on the show.
That is pretty much as far removed from that as you could possibly get, right?
It's tempting, even as we mentioned this. I kind of want to do it in this moment, but I won't. I will restrain. Restrain.
Yeah,
maybe.
Ryan Turford here in the chat live on youtube.com/carpoolgaming as we are every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That would be, 6 p.m. Pacific, if my math's right. Ryan says, look how awake y'all are. I don't know how awake I am, Ryan Turford.
I have coffee.
I don't know.
I already had a coffee. Guys, announcement. Dollar Days are back at McDonald's.
Oh,
you get your
snap.
cold drinks for $1. Holy cow. We got your iced coffees.
Is that true down here too?
I have no idea. I don't owe y'all nothing about reporting on any of that. But McDonald's Canada, come sponsor us. You know, our price is low. It's fair. We're giving you free promo anyways. I still have a Diet Coke here as well because they're $1. Why wouldn't you?
It is a crime. It is a crime. McDonald's Canada, that is such an easy sponsorship deal, man.
Yes, definitely.
That is a done deal. Lock it in, take it to the bank, dude.
Oh my God. But at the same time, why would they do it? We're going to talk about them anyways.
We're doing it anyways.
Yeah,
it's
free. Paying them money.
Yeah.
Free real estate.
We will never talk about it again starting next week.
Wendy's Canada, what's up?
Yeah. Spicy nugs, Wendy's, let's go.
Those fast food dollars are green, man. The DMs are open. Come on through. Yeah.
Burger King Whopper, come on.
Well, I might turn down a Burger King.
Oh, come on.
If it were me personally, look, Burger King, I don't know, man.
I'm down for a Whopper, man. Whoppers are good.
Whoppers
are pretty good. Whoppers, well, the thing I do like about Whoppers is they're just like the sloppiest, like let's put every vegetable in the garden on this thing, like drenched in like mayonnaise and stuff, you know?
Yes.
So
I like it.
I like it. Well, more to chat in the post show. We'll note this now and
forget about it.
Absolutely not talk about it later.
And completely forget about it. Before we get too far into it, speaking of the post show, of course, is our Patreon exclusive. At the exclusive tier plus, you get the post show. We need to welcome in a new patron to the fold. Thank you so much to ScheiGuy for coming at the gold member tier. The only tier of the Patreon that's Austin Powers themed. Welcome on in to the gold member tier. We appreciate you.
We got to rework the rest of them. Like, exclusive really does make sense, but okay, like, what would it be? We've got our ad-free, all the feeds on, like, the $1 tier, you get all the shows on one feed, but no exclusive content. It's just a place for you to get the Nintendo Drive, the Xbox Drive, and so on. But is it like random task kind of figure,
right?
You know, remember Odd Job kind of, but you can't talk about. Do you know about Random Task? Do you know about?
Yes, I do. Yes,
he murdered someone.
Like, there's some darkness, dude, in that.
Like, maybe with a shoe, I'm not sure, but maybe we can figure this out.
Welcome in, ScheiGuy.
Thank you, ScheiGuy. Welcome on in.
We need Austin Powers more throughout our Patreon. We need some more references. So throw them in there, chat.
Pipe and a crepe, a smoke and a pancake.
Smoke and a pancake. The Randy tier.
Just don't have the fat bastard tier. Don't do the fat bastard tier. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, thank you so much, ScheiGuy. I appreciate you, my friend. He's awesome. He's one of the real ones. So appreciate you, ScheiGuy.
Somebody come on in as Mr. Bigglesworth. Come on, you guys. This is one of my favorite movies ever.
What a great series that was. What a moment in time that was.
Dude. Like, everywhere.
It was huge.
National treasure, that Mike Myers. He's ours.
Yeah, that's right. He is yours. Yeah.
You guys got Nicolas Cage.
Woo.
Well, and Keanu Reeves. We got
Keanu.
No, he's
I'll
ours.
He's Canadian.
Keanu's ours. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Don't
my
you
God.
get your paws off Keanu.
No.
Keanu and Ryan Reynolds, Mike Myers,
We
Jim
got Sandra
Carrey.
Bullock.
Son of a
You
bitch.
can have.
We got Sandra Bullock. Come on.
Are you confirming this? Fact checking.
Yes.
He's
God.
Canadian. Yep.
That's upsetting.
Which is funny because I think his name is like Hawaiian. I think Keanu is. I think it's from.
I don't care.
Hawaii.
I don't care anymore. Forget him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
ours.
I thought he was ours.
Is it really all that surprising now that you think about it?
That's why he's so nice.
That's why. Yeah.
That's why he does the hover hand behind people. He doesn't really touch.
Even like people make jokes about like the faint, Canadian accent or whatever, but he has 0% of a Canadian
Agree.
accent.
Yeah.
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
Like not even a trace. Like
No,
he's
it's just like, whoa.
sorry.
Where did
You
that come from? I'm like the one.
Whoa. Sorry.
I know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do you tell me about the Matrix? Like, it's not like that.
Apparently this is a Nintendo show.
Yeah. Yep.
There's
Yeah.
like a new game that came out and everything. And
Oh,
who
that's
knows,
right.
man.
There is.
Right. So thanks, Shy Guy. Thanks. Welcome on in.
Well, thank you
Shy
very
Guy.
much.
Yeah,
Shy Guy.
Yes,
Well,
amazing.
What if we
Patreon.
just throughout the entire show, it's just tangent after tangent and go back to
Thank
thanking
you.
Shy Guy?
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
for the next hour, just thank you, Shy Guy.
Look, that should be the thing anytime a new patron comes on board. Like we give the shout out. We're happy to have people and so many people support us over there. Maybe this is the next level of it. Maybe, and every podcast will do the, thanks for so-and-so and whatever. We're going to take it up a notch. Okay. We're almost going to make you regret it. We're going to thank you so much. You're going
to hate us by the end.
You might back out.
Maybe nobody else will ever do this again.
Forget
These three are coming on too strong.
It's
Unstoppable.
too much. It's like
Did I
it's,
mention that
you go on
coffee was
date,
$1?
The coffee is $1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, coffee's $1.
Iced
I don't
coffee.
know how much I paid for this coffee. It's only the ice. It's not the hot.
Iced coffee, not the hot. You got to throw the ice in it. You got to throw a bunch of. I normally you guys know me, just normally black coffee and Splenda, but this is full cream, full sugar. Like it's a risky move, you guys. We'll see how this turns out. Mm-hmm.
I'll drink this big old thermos. I'll go to sleep after this. This is full coffee. I'll go straight to bed.
I have things to do, unfortunately. So it was a calculated risk to some degree, but I also got excited by the deal.
Yeah, I can't resist a good deal.
I want to know my since we're talking liquids, you want to know my liquids that I've had for the
Speaking of liquids. Speaking of states of matter.
Speaking of liquids, Tears of the Kingdom.
True. Good segue.
There you go. There's your segue. I was actually going to tell you what I've had to drink. I've had a beer and now I've had coffee. So.
Oh my gosh. How do you
Yeah.
an absolute iron gut. Holy cow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that would take me out if I was drinking beer and then went straight to the coffee.
I'd be
Completely
hospitalized.
different flavors too. We got a blood orange beer and now some pecan coffee.
Holy
That's
cow.
Too much. That's no.
Yeah, that's too eclectic for me.
Some sort
dude.
of remedy. Like honestly.
Welcome,
I don't
Shy
know
Guy.
about all that.
Welcome.
Welcome, Shy Guy.
Thank you,
Shy Guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome on in.
Patreon.com/Carpool Gaming.
Okay. Is anybody playing anything other than Tears right now? Lockleth, hand raised.
I played like a few levels of Portal 2 because that's my committed relationship. I played some during
snap.
my lunch hour today, y'all. I took a break and I played some Portal 2.
I thought for sure you would have beaten that by now. You got like 80% of the way on Carpool Gaming Days.
I thought I was 80%, but I feel like I'm 70%. Like I'm just over halfway, I realized.
What chapter are you on?
I just reached chapter 7.
Okay. I think there's 9.
I think there's 9, yeah. But like the last few chapters are like the longest. So I think I still have a little bit of ways. So I was inspired by Matt finishing his game for me to go into Portal 2 today. So that's how I spent my lunch hour.
Nice. You're getting there. You're almost are you messing with the gels and whatnot?
Yeah.
Getting
That's where I'm
into
at.
all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The bouncy
Nice.
one and then the sliding one. Now.
I love that. Like those are so much fun to mess with. Sean doesn't care. Sean's a Portal.
It's so confusing. I don't understand how you guys do this. Look, I don't know. I'm a simple-minded, little man. So
IR
can't do
simpleton.
Portal.
No, makes sense.
I got excited by dollar coffee, so I can't do Portal.
I got my dollar coffee. Can't do Portal. No.
Yeah. I like Austin Powers. That's it.
That's yeah.
I do podcasts.
Pretty much.
I do podcasts.
I can't. The only reason I ever rolled credits on Portal 2 was because I played co-op with my wife, and she knows what to do. So
so you did the co-op campaign.
Co-op campaign. Yes.
Yeah. There's a whole separate thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it might as well have been like her just like doing the thing on her side and then picking up my controller and doing whatever was required of me. Like
babysitting.
So I'm not, look, I don't want any mince words here. I didn't do it. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know how to do it. I couldn't tell anybody else how to do it. It was all Chelsea, just like everything else in our lives, to be honest.
You were just a body.
I'm just there. Yep. Holding the player 2 controller.
I was included.
I was there. I attended.
That's good. Man. That's good enough. Well, what about you? Sean, have you played any non-tears? I'm telling you all right now, it's just been Zelda for me. So y'all
cross promotion. People should pay attention to the Xbox Drive this week because even though Xbox doesn't believe in making good games, sarcasm, I'm playing a great one from the library. I'm playing Dead Space Remake, and it is awesome. I know I'm like 4 months late to this, but that's 2023. Get used to it. I got it from the library. I didn't pay a dime for this, and I'm having a great time. But yeah, nothing. I got Humanity. I got a code from the developers over there. Humanity. Apparently, this game is looking great, and I've got to dive into that. So it's on the list. And is that on Switch as well, or just PlayStation?
No, just PlayStation and PC, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't have a show to talk about that on.
Well, damn. Oh, that's
Not
fine.
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
A side PlayStation Drive, the PlayStation Sidecar. It's just Sean. Rather than like guesting on the PlayStation Drive.
Right?
Sidecar ramblings with Sean Capri.
Yeah. And here's what I think about what Court said on the PlayStation Drive.
Yep. You just watch the previous episode and like comment and then
I think that
talk
would be
about
amazing.
the games.
Yeah. Just like throws up like a little 20-minute episode of that on the feed, next to the main episodes.
Maybe that'll and it'll be like just a feed for me and in Discord. One of my most hated shorts. This is a thing, or TikToks if you like. I'm not cool enough to be on the TikTok.
Same.
But those people who basically watch a 30-second clip of something else and they just go, yeah,
right.
That's it. That's your content. We're trying too hard. Like we're raising the bar way too high when we think about even just cutting stuff out of the podcast. Why don't we just go watch another podcast and go like you kind of react to it like the knowing nod, like this guy. Drives me crazy.
That'd be easy.
Anyway, that would be easy.
Let's do that.
All right.
Let's do that. Anyway,
just Zelda-ish. Not even playing that much.
Dude, I feel ashamed a little bit. When everybody had their hours pop, because it's been like the 10-day thing.
Yeah.
Everybody had their hours pop up. And I knew mine, I kind of had an idea because I got my handy dandy parental control app set up on my stupid Nintendo Switch app on my phone. But
was that a Blue's Clues reference?
No, not
my
intentionally, but you know what?
Dandy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's
not
embedded.
An intentional one.
It's embedded.
Notebook.
My handy dandy notebook.
Yes.
Good old Steve, dude.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, Josh. Josh is the new one. You guys don't sleep on Josh.
Don't sleep on Josh.
Yeah,
man. I like him. I wanted to watch the. Did the movie come out? Like, did it already happen?
I don't know.
I didn't know there was a movie.
All of them.
There's a movie. Yeah, and it's all three of them.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I saw that trailer. I never saw the movie, but yeah, I was waiting. My handy dandy app. I had a. Thank you, ScheiGuy. Appreciate you. I was keeping track of it, and trying to keep an eye on my time. And I knew I was approaching 100 hours, and then the 10-day thing popped, and I had to like confront that number, like in person, like actually see it. It doesn't say on my Switch yet. It says 95 hours or more. So I know I'm right there banging on 100's door, which is crazy.
Speaking of banging, over on Apple Podcasts, stick with me. Awesome Dave 1337 left a review for us over on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars, says banger of a podcast, because of course that's what Awesome Dave said. Said this podcast is amazing. The hosts are cool, witty, and funny. If you don't agree, that probably means you have no taste. So
I
a little
appreciate
aggressive,
rocks.
Awesome Dave, but thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
there he
love it.
is. He's in the chat. Yes.
There he is.
Thank you, Awesome
There
Dave.
he is, Awesome Dave.
Thank you, ScheiGuy.
Thank you, ScheiGuy. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Also, thank you, ScheiGuy.
We all had the same moment.
Yes.
Little celebrity here tonight, ScheiGuy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. ScheiGuy.
34 ratings on the US on the American version of this. So thank you guys for that.
Yeah, bump those numbers up, dude. Y'all can flock over there. Leave us a 5-star review. Appreciate that.
Shout out to Doorstop1, who earlier this year said getting better with every episode. A 4-star review. Says change is always hard, but things are looking up. So thanks, Doorstop.
Couldn't
How
it
do we
just
make it
given
5
us
stars?
right?
Maybe round it up. Maybe how up have they looked since then? Maybe go back and get that up there to 5 stars.
Yeah, but if you invite that, then like if they think it got worse, then they'll knock it down. You know, so you're really.
But they're
you're
still
opening
listening.
up.
Like it got worse,
Well,
but they're dedicated. Yeah.
But look, I mean, it's like the people who leave those Steam reviews where it's like 1,000 hours played, horrible game,
Terrible. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I'm hearing that come out with this game right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots on the
can't wait
Katie's.
to
I'll
see.
get to that next time though. But I just wanted to have that.
I love
have that
that.
open. Mm-hmm.
I love that. No, yeah, we always appreciate the 5-star reviews, everybody. We deserve it. You know what I mean? We deserve
Totally
it.
do. Yeah, a little self-love for us.
We deserve
Yeah,
it.
we're
Thank
pretty
you,
great.
ScheiGuy. Yeah. Yeah, man. So
Yep,
anyways,
Anyways,
Zelda, it's a thing. Zelda's good. I know, Locklith, you said that your time popped and you're around like 45 hours.
Yeah, it said above 45. Yeah.
Which I feel like as I'm seeing everybody kind of like, it's such a weird moment. Like this game is so in the zeitgeist, I feel like, kind of with Nintendo fans, that like everybody's like sharing their numbers in a way that I don't think I've ever seen before. Like,
oh, you missed Animal Crossing then. That was the
that's
thing.
true. That it was Animal Crossing was true. Yeah. Yeah.
On my second profile, I have 2,300 hours, but on my first profile,
it's just funny. Like we live in this era of like, I don't know, like, yeah, Ghostly March, I'm well over 100 hours. I mean,
Wow.
like people are sort of like embracing the, I don't know if it's like weird pride in like how much time they've spent in a short period of time or something, or what it is. But for whatever reason, people are just comparing hours. And I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
You know,
this
and
is
look,
like I said, this is Animal Crossing all over again. I predicted it before the date. Was it 10 days is when it finally unlocks. So I'm like, this is going to be what drives the conversation.
yeah.
Is how many hours you've dumped into this game. Fascinating. Yeah.
But you know what's crazier to me though is like I said this last time. I said this you know, like when we were playing it on the launch day. I've put all this time into the game. I still feel like I've done basically nothing.
Yep.
Like I still feel like I had done, like, objectively I've done some stuff. Like I've done a few of the temples now. I'm to the point now where I'm like, I need to get to the story. Like I need to finally dig into the story for God's sake. Cause like I need to divorce myself from this completionist mentality if I want to get any work done, dude.
Yeah.
You know
what I hope actually, and Nintendo would never have the courage to do this, but I want to live for the day when a game happens like this, where there's something that needs to be saved. This happens all the time. You know, Fallout, you get out of the vault, you got to go find your dad. This one, you know, Zelda, something happens to Zelda like any other time. Not really much of a spoiler. But if you just go muck around and don't look at your map for 5 hours, or you don't like do anything related to the Golden Path for, say, 85 hours, and then you get around to maybe I should go like save her, like she's dead, like
There's
just go full dark, like like you needed to focus. Like what were you thinking? You're just gonna go chop down a bunch of trees and build these mechs or fly around in the sky? Like there was. Like she got taken, man. Like you gotta go save her. What are you doing over here? Oh my gosh.
There's so many shorts and like reels or whatever that I've seen where somebody's playing Ganon. He's just waiting. He's just waiting. And then it clips to like all the different builds that people have made, or like you falling into the land over here. It's like
it's perfect.
Yeah, they've circumvented a little bit of that, no spoilers, but like narratively it does make sense a little bit in this one. Yeah. So like I kind of get that. They've done a decent job of that, but the point still remains. Like I could be doing whatever.
We're having a good time.
we just out here. We just playing around. I had a great moment earlier today. I was playing. Have either of you been to the Laurelin village, the fishing village in this one?
No.
I haven't been there yet, no.
Okay. So it's back. It's from Breath of the Wild, from the Breath of the Wild place. You can go back there.
The land.
The Breath of the Wild place. You can go back there, and it's now like you hear NPCs talking about it's been like overrun by pirates. And you can go in there, take out the pirates that are there, and then it creates this whole like rebuild the village like quest.
Oh,
like you go and gather like logs, and I'm telling you what happened was the guy asked me for 20 logs, and so I went down the road to one of those pallets that have like the where you can build your own vehicle or whatever. I go down there and I made like a covered wagon. and I drove it up the hill, chopped down some trees, and I go to chop down the tree, and it turned out it was Yiga clan people in disguise as the trees. And like then I get into this whole battle with like Yiga clan, who I thought were trees, and then I loaded up like 20 logs on the back of my covered wagon like it was American truckers or something, and like just slowly piddled it back down to the village. And you actually go and you help repair the town. Like you're physically putting these logs into the buildings to build the town back up. This is so cool.
I love it. It's like on the ground, boots on the ground for a real-time strategy game. Like that's what I think of when I knock down these trees.
And at the end of it, I was just like, job's done.
Job's done. More work. It's totally a Warcraft thing.
It was so cool. And that just like this little mini, adventure and like
came
a
up out of
2-3 hour. Yeah, it just happened. Stuff like that is constant. I really like that. So
nice, man.
Yeah,
I've had nothing like that come up. I'm still trying to figure out how to do stuff. I'm so bad at this game. But one of the things that ScheiGuy might get over there on patreon.com/carpoolgaming is a 3.5 hour podcast with myself and Donnie Reese, who does the wonderful Nintendo Shack podcast that people should definitely be checking out. But that's one of the reasons I haven't gotten around to it. Just recording a almost
just
4-hour show.
Podcasts.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Guys, I was away. I'm back and not playing games. Just podcasting. Playing other games. I'll get around to Zelda. I'm in no rush though.
You're not in a committed relationship with Zelda.
Certainly not.
Right.
Certainly not. Look, Zelda's been messing around with Link for decades at this point. Like, will they, won't they? Like, I've had enough. Like that. You do you, boo. Like, no judgment, but whatever.
Yeah.
Excuse me, princess.
Well, excuse me, princess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I will say though too, and I think I was talking with you about this a little bit earlier today, Lockleth, how this game, like Breath of the Wild story never really did anything for me, like really at all, to be honest with you. It had good moments and stuff, but like especially like like it's sort of like a big build up to the ending, and a lot of the cool stuff like happened in the past, in Breath of the Wild. And this game, while it has a similar like story setup, like the going and finding memories or whatever, I'm really impressed with this game's story. Like really impressed. I think it has a very strong, like stacked up against, it's not quite like Skyward Sword tier for me yet, with the story, which I think is the best story of the series. But it's real good, dude. Like there have been a couple of moments in this game that have made me like cry, like straight up.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's good.
I haven't cried the tears, but I have unlocked a few of the memories, and I've gotten through one part of like 4 parts on the map or whatever you're supposed to go to, the Rito village. I've done that little whole thing, which y'all, Sean, you say you're bad at games, but like my hands were so sweaty. I last week Thursday, I felt so accomplished because I got through that beast of an area, what I feel like is a beast, because like this is I play Animal Crossing, y'all. Like I'm in a different league than my colleagues here. But I got through that. You know what helped? Is telling myself not to panic.
Aw,
take
just
a breath.
Like you with Sean.
See?
Yep.
Yeah.
Take a breath. Stop panicking. Yep. And I got through it. I was very surprised with my skills because for the longest I've just been avoiding all enemies. So this is Lockless hot tips for y'all.
The top 5 Lockless tips. Yeah. Run away from everything.
Avoid every enemy, sneak around. You have to be constantly on your guard. Like the goblin over there. Nope. We're gonna creep over here. We're gonna get our stamina and our hearts up. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do all the shrines we can get. So we can get all the hearts, do stamina, max it out a little bit. And then go for at least 8 hearts and then do the main story. That's basically what I did.
Yeah.
Until I had 8 hearts, I didn't feel comfortable.
You have 8 hearts?
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable like battling. I think I have 9 now, but yeah, I didn't feel comfortable doing Rito Village until I had like 7 or 8.
I've not upgraded my hearts at all. Not even once.
I have to.
It's all stamina. I'm just obsessed with the stamina. Like the running ability, like it's kind of like just myself, which we will talk about in the post show. Got to get that stamina up. You got to get that. I can't have him like with this giant field to run across. And he goes like, "Oh, I'm winded after 4.5 steps." Like, come on,
yeah,
Link. Step it up here a little bit. I can figure the rest out. I can practice Lockless step number 1, which is run away at all costs.
Yeah,
but how can I run away if I got no stamina? Like I'm gonna run away from you. You caught me already. Like
yeah. I got stamina. Like my big thing, I wanted to make sure I had 2 stamina wheels, and then I focused for health pretty much constantly after that, because probably my biggest like actual, now that I've put so much time in the game, I can actually like critique it, I feel like, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I don't think the game is perfect. I think it's excellent. Like I'll be hard pressed to find a game I like more than this year. Excellent game. However, like what probably my biggest complaint with the game, beyond we've talked about like the controls are kind of clunky, and stuff like that, which I still think even after all this time, I'm still struggling with the controls a lot, like constantly. And so like I think the controls are in some ways not great. The combat, I think, has actually always been bad in both of these games, but I think that Tears of the Kingdom has revealed problems that Breath of the Wild had, because you've got like the enemies have more health. Like the enemies have these huge pools of health, like to where 99% of the time I am just like whacking away at these enemies. Hey, calm down, Sean.
I didn't say anything. Look, most people.
Your face said
you didn't have to say anything about my reaction. You could have just let that go.
Podcast listeners, audio listeners, his eyes got wide.
Yeah, I've got to lock with on the descriptive audio.
So I'm whacking away these enemies. I'm taking all comers, everyone that runs at me, and and I get into a combo, and I feel like it's just rinse repeat. Like I feel like I'm just smacking them. They're falling away. They're falling away, and then I'm going through and just rinse and repeat. It's just like tank and spank. That's all it is.
Oh God, that last word was unnecessary.
No. Yeah. So it's a lot of that.
I'm out of breath.
I will agree with like the controls and stuff. Like I've pretty much got it down, but I will say switching to Portal 2 from Tears of the Kingdom was hard, because like you can pick stuff up in Portal 2, and that was so difficult. I wanted to be able to like put it out further in space, and I found out very quickly that you can't. The comments right now, y'all. And I realized very quickly.
Took it there.
You couldn't do that in Portal. But yeah, the controls have been a little bit iffy for me too.
I'm just like, even standard bokoblins, standard bokoblins.
Some of them have like
the
legit
horns and
gear, whole whole
armor.
Yeah, armor. You have to get through the armor first. It's not just a shield anymore.
I can sneak in with them though. Do you guys have this? Is this a common thing? I don't know if this is special for me. I found I got a helmet, like a hat, and I blend in with them. Yeah, that's awesome. We'll see how good this is.
And your character's like this when he's wearing it.
Yeah. No, I feel like I am avoiding more combat in this one than I ever did in Breath of the Wild because it's kind of a chore. Like the combat's kind of a pain. To be honest with you.
I'm not avoiding at all. Like I'm the total opposite of you guys, but it's also the reason why I haven't gotten anywhere because I'm not doing it well, but I am so stubborn. I'm like, okay, if this thing is beating me like once or twice, like I'm going to go after it. I'm going to try to figure this out. Even if I blow myself up trying to do it, I'm going to figure it out. I feel like there's something to learn from that. I feel like I hopefully will get better. Maybe not in that instant, but I'll figure something. I'll go like, oh, why didn't I think of that, 4 hours ago, like opening my map.
And not only are they strong, and I don't know if Breath of the Wild had something similar because I only played like 10 hours of Breath of the Wild the second time I played it. But there's been so many enemies that come out of nowhere and scare me. Like, because I'm just sneaking around, so I'm trying to be on the alert. But then there's like these rock enemies that come out of the ground and it gives me like a scare. Or these freaking trees. I don't know how many times I've jumped because of those damn trees.
What are they called? What are the Pokemon called? The Sudokus? What are they called?
Sudowoodo. Yeah.
Like the word puzzle things.
Sudoku? Yeah.
The number. It's not even word puzzles. It's numbers.
Completely off base. Completely wrong.
Close.
Couldn't be more wrong.
Could be. I could be. Believe me. I could have said something else. But yeah, the Sudokus.
Oh man, those tree things. They've scared me so many times. I just burn them with fire if I can.
Yeah.
Burn them alive. Yeah.
And John 32 says, gotta go in with a strategy for sure. When you beat a boss, it's rewarding though. Like it is, but for me, it's like more like a sigh of relief. Like, thank God that's over now. Like it's not anymore. Hard. Like I don't find it difficult, just tedious. Like I'm just like, it just takes forever. Like everybody has got so much health and it doesn't matter. All of my weapons are fused. I've got like all these like great weapons. It doesn't matter. Just especially when you're fighting like the tougher enemies, like the Gleeoks and the Lynels and stuff, you're fighting these things for 20 minutes. It's like crazy. I'm like,
I'm not fighting no Lynels. That's not happening.
Yeah. I've seen them at a distance. I've taken a picture of them, but I've nowhere getting close to them. No.
Like in a bush, like in the distance.
Literally, I'm on top of a mountain, Sean, and I'm in these snowy mountains, and there's like one of these big ass Lynels in the distance. I'm like, oh my God, look at this thing. It's huge.
Yeah. No. I will say the bosses are great. Hambone Johnny in the chat says the bosses are great. There are some like the nice thing, because the bosses in Breath of the Wild, like I really don't want to be one of those people that talks down to Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild's great, and I feel like I'm seeing a lot of people be like, Breath of the Wild sucked and Tears of the Kingdom is so much better, and like I don't agree with that. I think they're both great separately. However, like the boss fights in Breath of the Wild, those Thunder Blight and Wind Blight and Water Blight Ganons and stuff, it's like those were not very good boss fights.
Yeah.
Right. In this game, like they have like old school, like traditional kind of style Zelda boss fights. And like it's really cool. Like some of that stuff is done really well in this game. And like I don't know, like I really like all of the bosses that I've fought. So
yeah, same. Totally had the same experience. I haven't seen a boss yet. I don't know where to find them. Where do you find the bosses?
Point me in the direction of the bosses. Show it to me on my map. Mm-hmm. Where on the land is the boss?
Where's the boss? I'll get there. Don't you worry. I got a few months before Pikmin comes out, and I'll be distracted by that.
I'm trying to. For me, I'm like I want to roll credits on this so I can start like living my life again. And then like right around the corner is Diablo 4, which I'm also like all about. And it's like I am just totally hosed this summer, dude. I'm just done. So,
Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life comes out next month, or is it later this month? I don't remember.
Wasn't even tracking that. Is it?
Oh, I've been.
I knew it was
I'm
happening.
excited.
That's a remake of the first one, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I haven't played any of the Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons games, but I'm looking forward to that one.
June 27th. You got time. You got more time than I do for Diablo.
Diablo's coming. Diablo.
But that's another good tip. Next. Use lots of what?
Puff shrooms, says Brian Eck for Lionel's. Okay.
I have to keep that in mind. I have yet to try.
Yeah, I haven't put anything on my shield. I got to do more experimentation. Can't even say the word.
That was going to be my next tip. Was all of my weapons, all of my shields are merged with something else, just to keep the durability up.
I'm so stupid though. You like my shields that I have fused they're shields. I fused them with
mine are all shields too. So I'm like, another shield. I'll just add another shield to the shield.
I just fuse them with other shields. I will. I got you guys. I've got like 30 amiibo on my desk next to me. I'm scanning these stupid things, this little army of plastic figures. I'm scanning them every day. I've gotten a lot of this stuff, but specifically, I really want the Majora's Mask fabric for the paraglider.
Still, you still haven't got it?
I still don't have this thing.
I'm sure you can get it.
Dude, I have scanned this amiibo every day since the game has come out, and I still do not I keep getting like a knight's broadsword from it or something. And I just every day I have this moment where I just like I stare at it for like a few seconds and I'm just like, is today the day? Like, is it finally going to be my time? You know, yeah.
You know what you should do before you do it next time? Just thank ScheiGuy and it'll happen.
Oh, thank you, ScheiGuy.
Yeah, thank you, ScheiGuy.
I can't do. I've gotten, I think, all of the other amiibo exclusive gear except for that one. Like, I just cannot do it. So I'm scanning them all in.
Seth's leaving all these chests in his wake on the land every day.
The land is getting goofy with chests all over the place.
Watch out during those lightning storms.
that has happened. That has happened.
Seth, we were playing together, of course, on launch day, and I was scanning in as many amiibo as I could find behind me. The Guardian didn't seem to work. I don't know if I was just doing it wrong. You know, that one didn't seem to work. So Paullin as well, that should work too. Like that one's. What about this? Oh, wait a minute! I got like an 8-bit one up there. Do you guys see that? 8-bit?
That works.
But it's in the box. And have you ever opened? I mean, you guys have obviously opened them. They've got like this tinfoil cap kind of shield.
I don't know why Nintendo did that. I have no clue why they did that. That's so stupid.
Because they want people to open it and then buy a second one to keep in the box.
I guess, but like
conspiracy theory. I'm putting my own tinfoil cap on. I'll tell you why they did it.
I think that they literally suspect that people will bring their Switches to like Walmart.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
And scan it that way. And even if that were the case, are you going to sell how many less? Like, do you think that's really dipping into your profit margin?
I know.
The off chance that people are doing that, you know,
we were able to, because we have a big Skylanders collection over here as well. And oftentimes Chelsea or I would put the Skylander in the box on the portal and it would totally work. And you just take it off. Like it actually would kind of balance on there kind of nicely too. So totally missed that. But what I was getting to was you and I were scanning all these amiibo. I was like, oh, I'm glad this is working. I'm getting the benefit out of it. And I'm like, something is missing. Like there's one character I feel like I should have here, but it's gone. And I came to learn that my kids had brought the Zelda amiibo from Breath of the Wild to school for like a show and share or something. I guess it was Z Day or something. Z Day. Here.
Oh, okay.
So you bring in Zelda, and I'm like, you can't just take my stuff, man. It's my toys. Like, well, I didn't even notice. So now I'm on high alert. Okay, I'm gonna be taking like morning pictures of my shells. Yeah, I can't have things just disappearing like that. It's friggin' Zelda, you know.
That's
so
no good,
They
dude.
just took it. Nobody asked me, so you know.
And you so carefully have that go-go squeeze on your shelf for months.
I know. There's 2 now.
Oh my God, another.
Yeah.
Those
hockey
are
pucks
sentimental, though. Those are sentimental.
So
So
was
Yeah,
Zelda.
man.
That's okay, but I have reclaimed Zelda. I am also looking. Can we start up here? The Nintendo Drive announces the Amiibo craze is back. Okay, we all need
Hell
to
yeah.
be just totally needlessly addicted to finding Amiibo toys and buying them, even if we don't need them, even if we don't think there's much of a use for them. You just got to have them. I'm gonna create the FOMO. Okay, so
have
I want to see
none.
pictures. Well, you're my first target, Lachlan. Like, we're going after you first. We'll see
You
what I
can't
can.
hurt me. I've already lost my sanity. I'm done. I have them all. You can't hurt me, bro.
You got them all? Really?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have them all? Oh my!
Seth has every single
Amiibo,
one up
not
there.
just Zelda Amiibo, like Amiibo.
Yeah, I have every Amiibo. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Now
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Yeah. Like
Well-
nothing, Lachlan. Like you got your Squishmallows, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
I'm trying to sell some of these, which I have. Some of these
Try
Squishmallows.
cuddling with your Amiibo set.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're little pointy,
Little
got pea
pointy,
sticks and
pointy.
whatnot. Yeah.
Seth's trying to get in on that Squishmallow with his Gengar.
I now
with
have
Snorlax.
2. Yeah, shout outs to Lachlan, who found me this Gengar, by the
There,
way.
you have it right there.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. It's the Gengar and Snorlax are within arm's reach, man. Like, look at these things,
They
dude.
change your life. Clearly.
It's so good. It's so good.
I need a Squishmallow for like for my wrist to rest on for my mouse. I need like a tiny little guy, like a
I
little
used
Kirby kind of
to
thing.
I used to have one. It was like a clip that I took the clip part off, but some of them are super small
Oh, look at that
Mhm.
little.
that you could easily just rest
Aw.
your wrist on.
Yeah.
Mc-
I do
McBail
love
in
this
the
idea,
chat
though,
says,
Sean.
do you guys keep them in a box or release them from the plastic? Well,
I said
If
them
I-
too.
contentious.
If I got Amiibo, I would take them out. But that's just me.
Like all of them,
So
like not
cool.
even have any for say like special
No.
keeping, nothing. No.
I keep my Squishmallow tags on there, but even that, like, I'm not too bothered by. I don't know. They're just for me. I'm not
Yeah.
really
I like the
thinking
look of the
about.
boxes though. I like some of the boxes. They're neat.
Well, my thing is though, is like I've ordered some of them online. Now I will say
Oh,
one thing that I am proud about, I've never paid above MSRP for any of these Amiibo.
Same.
I've imported some, but I've never, like, people are like, I had to pay $100
Yeah, I
for,
never
you
have.
know, no, never.
Mhm.
Now, was I the dude at 5 a.m. at waiting for Target to open so I can get the exclusive Jigglypuff? Yes, I was.
Also me. Yeah.
However,
Yep. Dark Pit was
um,
tricky.
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember, like, I do have a weird, like, nostalgia for those days. Like, I remember.
Yes, that's why I'm bringing them back. They're back, baby. They're
Yeah.
not just in the past. It's back.
I do have a weird nostalgia for it because I remember, like, I was working at a Circle K when the gold Walmart exclusive Mario amiibo came out, and I, like, requested to leave work early so I could go pick it up at midnight at Walmart. Like, be there.
Which
the
Mario was
second-
that? Which
The
one
gold
was that?
one. The gold Mario.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I got that one, but I actually don't. I think Bobby might have given me my gold Mario. I don't know where that. Like, it's. I will take a picture. I'm not just making stuff up over here. I have that one.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not super rare.
But well, the
Yeah,
reason I
that-
bring it up is like it's different. It was different exclusivities here in Canada versus like something like Target was here for a while and they had some
Right.
exclusives, but then Target died, so things kind of got shuffled around a little bit.
Well, yeah, little, I don't want to say too much because there's a chance we're going to revisit this idea in the future. But we were thinking of putting together like a trivia game for Carpool Gaming Days. Didn't wind up happening. There are a few things that needed to get cut, but one of the questions as we were testing it out to see how it would work,
Oh yeah.
was about that, and I knew it. I was like, oh, well, I mean, this is a slam dunk for me. It's Amiibo. I know everything there is to know about Amiibo. It's, it was like, which exclusive retailer had the gold Mario? I was like, it's Walmart.
Yeah, it was
And
different.
Court was
here.
like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it is. And he's like, no, it was Target. I'm like, oh, it was different in Canada
yeah.
versus the US. So here it was
Mhm.
1,000% Walmart. It was me and one other nerd fighting over it. So his name
And
was
you walked
Jared. We
away.
became friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we
Well,
became friends that night. They had
You
enough for
fight
the both
first.
of us. But,
So you didn't actually have to fight.
There was only one singular one that they had.
There were two. There were two. No, there were two. We were both able to get them, but we would see each other like at all of these, like he was there at Target at 5 a.m. just like me.
And you would nerds.
And you would kind of like lock eyes, and you would have like this sense of knowing, like, if it comes down to it, I'm getting that amiibo.
Like, I'm happy to see you, but like if there's one, like,
we can be cordial. And like we had agreed, like, okay, but we're not just gonna like rush it or whatever. But you would definitely like be walking a little bit faster than normal, you know,
elbows up.
Yeah.
Trying to be casual and cool,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
yeah.
What are you doing? You're moving a little quick over there. Wasn't there?
Fast.
I don't know if this was exclusive, but I feel like there was an 8-bit Mario that came with the Wii U that was bundled with Mario Maker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I totally have that box still. I still have the guy. That was our second Wii U. Yeah. 2 different 8-bit Marios, right? Yeah, 2 different colors on them. I love those little 8-bit amiibo. Like, bring those back. Come on, give us a Samus 8-bit.
The Zelda one I got to open right here.
Aren't they bringing that back to Walmart? The Zelda one?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I saw that on Twitter earlier today. Like, that specific 8-bit Zelda is coming back into retails or something.
Cool. I love that. How is there not a Mario movie set of amiibo? How is there not a Jack Black Bowser? Like, I will push kids out of the way to buy that. Like, for my kids, of course. But like other kids, like, get out of the way, you know?
There's so many things like that where I'm just like, why doesn't this exist? Why doesn't this amiibo exist?
That's why we had a show if we were at Nintendo. We would just make it.
I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a game that this just reminded me of it because I'm looking at that 8-bit link. There was a game on PS3 called 3D Dot Game Heroes. Do you remember this?
No.
It is a pretty generic, like, top-down Zelda clone, but the entire art style of it is that kind of voxel, like, big chunky like, it looked beautiful. Like, I remember loving the art style of it. 3D Dot Game Heroes, PS3 exclusive, I think. And it made me wish that Nintendo made something like that. So yeah. Starthena said, why isn't there a Mario game to go with the Mario movie? I agree.
I bet there's one in the
They didn't have to make one. People are buying. I just had my longest friend, neighbor Matt, just bought a Switch for the first time. He hasn't had a Nintendo console since the GameCube, and he now 6 years later decided now was the time for him to get a Switch. And I'm so excited. I'm gonna lend you Octopath Traveler, and you can have my Breath of the Wild for all I care. Like, we're all on to Tears of the Kingdom now. But yeah, he's like, what Mario game should I get? I'm like, 3D World, of course. You can't have mine. That's not gonna happen. I'm like getting it all set up. My brother just got his Switch for the first time a couple of months ago because of the Mario movie. So I don't know. It's totally anecdotal, of course, but you have to imagine that this is a thing that people are watching the Mario movie and they don't have to have a brand new game. There's plenty of Mario games to go buy and play.
It's
like,
of
course,
things,
I want something new. Of course.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, they don't have to do a lot of things, but man, it sure would be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This reminds me, we do have questions that we can answer.
Oh.
I've been like waiting for the lull. I was like, we have questions here. Not many, but
we've just been sitting here BSing.
Sorry, everybody. But thank you,
we
ScheiGuy.
do have. Yeah, thank you, ScheiGuy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate you.
What if this thing's going to next week?
Okay, Lockleth, bring us into the question. I completely forgot that we actually had questions. I'm like, we're doing a show.
Good God.
I was like, we're just hanging out, drinking coffee, and having a good old time. I forgot we were doing a show.
Oh my gosh! But yes, we have questions. We have a few. John 32 for one asks, "Does your mood shape the type of game you pick up to play? How does this mesh with the new release, like Tears of the Kingdom?" So, does your mood like shape like what you play that day, or is it just tears all the time?
Before
we answer, ScheiGuy has appeared. We have
there he is.
What's up, buddy? ScheiGuy. Thank you, ScheiGuy.
Thank you, ScheiGuy.
We've been here. I have no context, but I've got you. Look, we're not going to explain it here. We're not going to. No, we're going to have to go back and listen. Nope. ScheiGuy, I know you will. Absolutely providing no context. here at this stage.
You were
have been
very
thanked many
appreciated.
times. Yes.
Yes.
You're very,
Yes.
very
Yes, thank you,
just-
ScheiGuy.
you are appreciated, dear mama
Mhm.
style.
We are
All
actively
right?
appreciating you. Yes. I think my mood is like all over the place, like on a day-to-day basis. So I don't think that that could
Totally.
ever, I don't know, like create whatever game I'm going to play. I can't rely on that because I'll just be
Really?
playing. Well, maybe that is why I'm playing a whole bunch of different games now that I think about it. Maybe it is my
It's
mood.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just my own psychoanalysis of myself. I think it's really with what I put my mind to. Like if I'm just going to play it, it doesn't really matter if I'm happy, sad, cozy, whatever the mood is. Like I think it's mostly just like if I've made up my mind or not. It has more to do with if I'm going to play a game than not. And I haven't made up my mind about Zelda. I bought it. And that's about it. Like, and everybody's talking about it and it's exciting and everything like that. But I don't know. I don't know that I get into a Tears of the Kingdom like mood, if that makes sense. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's weird because like, yeah, I mean, I definitely get into moods where I'm like, I could use like a good RPG right now or something like that.
Or a good cry. Maybe a cry. Maybe if I'm in for a good cry, maybe
Yeah.
that's, I take it back. I'm going to walk that back half a step. Because
I've
I
been
definitely
there.
get into a Life is Strange mood. Like that,
Right.
that's my go-to always. Yeah. It requires almost like a certain mood. I almost like wait for it to like show up. Like I'm ready for I guess I'm just not thinking of it as a mood kind of thing, but more of a state. And it's very similar. I'm just splitting hairs here.
Yeah. What is a mood if not a state after all? If you want to get real philosophical here on the Nintendo Drive.
Is it a mood, a state of mind?
I don't know, you guys.
I don't know either. Yeah.
It's like a readiness. Like, is it like, I guess it's a, like,
yeah.
what do I want out of it versus how am I feeling? Like, one is more proactive than the other.
Like,
one is more
sometimes I don't know
reactionary.
what I want. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just want to like get into something. And sometimes it's just like giving me that push. And then I figure out like, oh, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I said this on the show, like Zelda has been kind of a breath of fresh air. I haven't been addicted to a game like this in a really long time where I just like, I love it with very few asterisks, like here lately, I felt a little bit like disenfranchised. Like I didn't really like Bayonetta Origins, didn't really like Advance Wars. And so now I have this, it's like, oh, right. I do still get a lot of enjoyment out of this stuff, and I can sit here and just lose in 10 days 100 hours, you know what I mean? So
I
don't know.
I think mine's like a mixture. Like I'm always in the mood to play some type of game, obviously, but I think like if I've had a lot going on in my brain that day, or if it was very stressful, then maybe I want to play something like Animal Crossing where it's convenient, it's easy to get into. I don't really have to think at all. I can just mindlessly design.
Yeah.
Then I'll pick that. Or like today, during my lunch break, I was like, oh, I'm gonna play Tears. But I was like, oh, but if I play that, so sometimes logic comes into it. I was like, oh, if I play that, I'm playing for at least 2 hours, and I don't have 2 hours to play Tears. So I was like, okay, well, I'll play Portal 2 because that's another game that is kind of similar with like the puzzles that I like and Tears that I can play. I might have played still a little bit over an hour, but that's neither here nor there. But sometimes,
bosses aren't listening.
No,
it's
no,
okay.
no. They don't even know. This is an alias, y'all. This is why I have an alias.
That's right. She tucks the necklace away during the work meetings.
I don't even wear it. I don't even wear it. I wear my real name necklace during work days. It's like, it's like changing your
change.
I legit have one with my real name and then this one. So it's like it's
so
just,
good.
Just
That's like Clark Kent putting glasses on to disguise himself.
Yeah.
That's
and
amazing.
I always have glasses on, so just change the necklace.
It's like, wait, you look a lot like that YouTuber I've seen, but
nope,
the necklace
it's not me.
Nope, couldn't be me. Not me.
Different person, exact same squishmallows. Totally different person though.
My background is blurred. All they see is beautiful colors. They don't know what's back there.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Yeah, for me, honestly, like it comes down to energy more than anything, which of course impacts mood. But like, am I Am I tired? Am I first thing in the morning? Whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Caffeinated. Is it dollar drink days?
Is it? Yeah. Is it dollar drink days? If so, I'm all about some Zelda. Yeah. If this, then this.
Yes.
That programmer logic.
Yes. Big time.
Oh, gosh. Well, since we talked about a few other like games outside of tiers, the rest of these are more tears related questions. But Naga Chaka asks, does he ever ask a question? Is this
no?
Okay. Well,
on the Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast, which you can get at the exclusive tier plus over patreon.com/carpoolgaming, just like ScheiGuy. Thank you, ScheiGuy.
Thank you, ScheiGuy.
Appreciate you. Nakachaka states / asks, which non-Zelda game should everyone be playing on their Nintendo Switch and why? Is it Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Isn't that the latest Backtrackers game?
It is. Yeah, it's the new Backtrackers game. That's Michael's pick, Drellesh's pick. And man, it's so like I really want to play it. I love those people. For those who don't know, the Backtrackers is our kind of video game book club almost in the carpool gaming community. And we each, the group picks a game to play. We all play, then we link back up in a few weeks and talk about it. It's a fantastic time. Come through, even if you just want to like hang out and listen. It's just a fantastic time.
You might have a good cry.
Try it out. Yeah, it's a true banger. Says Awesome Dave. Awesome Dave, a big fan of Final Fantasy 1. And yeah, so the new game is Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, and I really want to play it. It's like Zelda flanked back to back with Diablo 4. Like I am going to be a subhuman for the next couple of months. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if I can fit in another, RPG like that in between those two. So
how long is it to be? I feel like that's a rule for the Backtrackers, is that you don't typically get these gigantic games.
Yes, they actually Delroy and Marcus just put together like rules,
legitimate rules to go by.
Yeah, and I think they have to be max 20 hours. And I think Final Fantasy 1 is kind of right there. Like I think Drellesh was saying, like you're thinking like 16 to 18 hours.
Yeah. How long to beat says main plus sides, so it's like a main course and your
plus your sides,
your coleslaw. 21 hours.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Not impossible. That's not like that's not this. That's not Tears of the Kingdom, which has no ending as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
just completely endless. It's an absolute.
I'm just
abyss.
like, man, like, am I gonna like? I got the Ultimate Evil Edition or whatever of Diablo, so I can play that game in like 9 days, and like that's crazy. Like
I think I might have to do that.
It's so close, and I'm just like, what am I gonna do? I so I don't know.
What am I gonna do?
I'm conflicted. But yes, that is a good pick. If you are going to play anything else on the Switch, that is as good a pick as any. Pick up Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster and play with the Backtrackers, man.
I'm waiting. Like they're kind of forcing the issue, because what I wanted to do was wait for a sale on the whole bundle, but you can buy those individually, correct? You can buy that by itself. Yeah. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have started with the first one. I probably would have gone, I don't know, 4 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just played 9. Like I bought that game on sale forever ago. So who knows, man. I would like to play. I would really like to join them on this. I wasn't really down. Card Shark was the last game you guys talked about. I didn't really know anything about it. It wasn't all that appealing to me and all the other things that were going on. But this one, like Final Fantasy is a big gap in my gaming history. I've not completed any Final Fantasy game. I haven't played much more than the first few hours of Final Fantasy 7, or 9. And like 6 minutes of Final Fantasy 15. So I watched Chelsea play Final Fantasy 13, but that was it. So I always wanted to, though.
Yeah. I do love the idea too of this. Like, let's go back. Like, let's 35 years in the past or something.
Yeah, man.
And let's see where it all started, kind of thing. And Drellesh tagged me in he found like a gravestone or something that said like "Here lies Link," and he was like, "Oh snap! Like, were they like coming for Nintendo back then?" I was like, maybe they were. Maybe it was already a little tumultuous before Nintendo burned them.
I like it.
So, yeah. Let's get, so I like the idea of that. So, yeah.
No,
thanks Naga Chaka.
I would
thank
suggest. Thanks, ScheiGuy. I would suggest the Portal games, non-Zelda, the
Yeah.
kind of ish with the puzzles. If you like
Oh yeah, there
puzzles,
was a real
Puzzling.
question here.
yeah. Even
Not just
though
talking about Final Fantasy. for
even
20
though
minutes.
Nagachaka gives us, hit the answer to his
Mm.
question, technically, I like to give my own answer. So I
Play
would pick the
Battleship
Portal
Brigade.
games.
Play
There you
Battleship
go.
Brigade. Yes.
Dude, for a second I thought you just said play Battleship. Like
I
the
thought
board
so
game.
too.
Just
Play Monopoly.
Battleship.
Play
Tetris.
Monopoly. Play Family Feud. Bring Family Feud to your family's house, and just do
There you
that.
go.
My
It's a
wife and I
riot.
play Family Feud all the
It's
time.
so good. It's so good.
Yeah. It's very good. Anyways,
Quagmire asks, or I guess states and then asks, I'm enjoying the building more than I thought I would in Tears, of course. Is there anything in Tears of the Kingdom that you are enjoying more than you thought, or something you thought you'd be into, but are avoiding instead?
Well, you guys are avoiding combat.
I'm avoiding conflict and
sleep.
enemies, but that's
Mhm.
not something I thought I would be into. I'm just like baby, and I'm not gonna fight nothing.
I'm surprised at how much I'm messing around with the building, to be honest with you. Like that's
Yeah.
not typically something that I would do. And I still haven't really linked it to anything successful. Like I wouldn't say that I like did anything that I'm ready to share with anyone. I just would I think one of the first things I did was build this wagon, but I put spoilers on it. I was able to like rotate some of those planks just at like a 45-degree angle. I'm like, oh yeah, my little roadster's got a spoiler on it. So I'm just doing stupid stuff like that, and I'm
Bringing
enjoying that more than I
Forza into
thought.
the game.
Totally, yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Mhm. I just can't steer anything yet. I don't have the
little
steering
thing.
wheel.
Steering
so
stick.
I need to get that.
Yeah.
I should get focused on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely am building more than I thought I would too. Like I didn't
Yeah.
despite my issues with the controls and actually the act of doing it, like the mechanical action of building, I think is still not great. But like it is really cool and satisfying when you can get it to work like exactly how you want it to.
Mhm.
I've made some truly stupid stuff. I've had some very stupid moments that just feel amazing when you can pull it off. So they were really successful in that regard. I feel like I didn't think I would like that, I guess, and especially seeing like when they did that like 10 minutes of Aonuma gameplay or whatever, I was
Yeah.
like,
Kinda lame.
yeah, like he's putting together a little boat, and like that's cool, I guess.
Oh,
Like,
that blew me away. I thought that was amazing.
look at that! I think it's cool. I was like, it's cool, but I was kind of thinking that would be like less of a central mechanic than it is, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they really did take a fairly complicated mechanic and make it at least somewhat palatable and something that does feel integrated into the world, like in a way that I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like to where now it is a little bit second nature, to where when I am presented with a problem, the first thing I'm thinking of is, well, how can I use these tools to build something to solve that problem? Like I was saying with the logs, like I just built like a logging truck essentially, So yeah.
I was expecting myself to build more because that is obviously a new mechanic and reminded me of Animal Crossing in a very small way. And so I was like, oh, I'm so excited to do all of the building and things. I haven't really built anything unless I have to, unless there's really no other way to get somewhere. I'm kind of hoarding my spheres, my gotcha
Your
pun.
spheres of the kingdom.
Yes, my spheres of the kingdom.
Wow.
And I've been more so like trying to find like the memories and stuff that I knew were a thing, but I didn't think I would care as much about finding those versus doing the main story. I've kind of been just on the lookout for all the memories before getting next steps into the story. So I thought I would be building all these massive cursed vehicles, but like I'm just hoarding all the spheres and not building anything.
You know what? I'll say that another thing that I thought that I like once I started to, because when I came into this game, my first like, I don't know, 70 hours of playing this game, I didn't do like any story like whatsoever. It was just like, I'm going to do the glider. And that was the like last story thing that I did. It took me that long to even do the first temple. So like, but when I started doing them, I was impressed at how good they are. And And I thought that that would be kind of a weaker element for me in this game, like it was in Breath of the Wild, where like the story was for sure my least favorite element of Breath of the Wild. Like it was just kind of weak for me. And for this, like I am genuinely like interested, regardless of how anybody feels about the temples. I won't get too deep into it because that's for like spoiler chat time later on. But like they have genuinely cool story setups and like themes, and they like do things that I wasn't expecting, and like even the little side quests that I wouldn't normally see myself getting all that involved in are really good. Like it reminds me of Majora's Mask a little bit in that way. Like there are some moments in this game that reminded me a lot of Majora's Mask. In fact, I'll give my own tip, like Lockleth has been giving tonight. I'll give my own tip. Anybody who has not gone to Terrytown yet, Terrytown from Breath of the Wild, if you have not gone there in Tears of the Kingdom, do so. It is so cool. There is a major side quest there that made me cry, and it is beautiful. And oh my god, it was like I was like, wow, this is why it's called Tears of the Kingdom, man, because it made me cry. It was so just sweet and gentle, and like the music was beautiful. And anyways, after you do that side quest, something unlocks that blew my mind. So everybody needs to just go and do that. Like I can't, like something happened where I was like, I can't believe this is in this game. Like I can't believe this kind of functionality is in here. So go to Terrytown. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
They just worked that in.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And he's like, it's Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. He shows up.
Terrytown. Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
But you're right in regards to like the side quests. Like there's a
So
few,
good.
there's two that I can think of, and without giving away the character, it's there's two different characters, two different side quests.
Diddy
But you
Kong.
come across them several times. One of them you have to help out in the middle of nowhere several times because he's working for the specific company, and you have to keep helping him. And I
Oh my
help that
God.
poor man anytime I can.
I love him so much.
Oh,
Addison,
me too.
I love him so much. Yes. It's my favorite.
Oh man, but yeah, the side quests too, for sure.
Yes, go to Terrytown. Everybody go to Terrytown, please.
Yes, ScheiGuy, thank you, and also go
Thank
to
you,
Terrytown.
ScheiGuy. Yes. Yeah, Brian Eck knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Animal Crossing vibes? Oh, okay, well I have to.
That'll be the
Yeah.
expansion. Do we have like there are expansions coming? There is DLC.
There must be. They haven't
Right.
said, but I'm sure they will. Like this game, that's kind of what I'm talking. Like this game has things in it that they could have just like sold you as DLC. They could have gotten
Totally.
away with that.
Mhm.
Like they could have, like it would have been a very Nintendo-ish thing to do. Actually, be like, hey, this mechanic, you have to pay for it, or like this
Yeah.
little side quest or this little thing. Like this could be a little mini like thing, and it's just in the game. Like there's
Remember
truly
Breath of the
mind-blowing
Wild?
stuff.
You know, actually, I don't know if I'm missing like a switch somewhere or an option, but remember Breath of the Wild when you got the DLC, it turned on like a tracker, like it showed your last however many hundred or thousand
Oh.
steps that you did or whatever.
Hero's
like,
Path.
yes. That's not here. You can't.
It's
I mean,
here.
I obviously don't open my map all that much. Is it here? Am I
Yeah,
missing
it's
that? I need to
Now
turn that
you
on.
have to. There's that is also tied to a side quest with that character Robbie, like the inventor character.
okay.
All of the stuff that they added post launch in Breath of the Wild, like that Hero's Path and like the travel medallion or whatever, where you could like make your own fast travel waypoints.
Yeah.
That is in here, but you have to unlock it.
Interesting. Well, the reason I bring it up is I'm curious on. I think when we typically think of like DLC, we think quests or something else, but like they added different stuff last time. Like it was more like quality of life kind of things. Like it changed the game to a certain extent. So I'm very curious to see what they might do on this. So
Yeah,
what
I
you
hope
got for
so.
us, Nintendo.
I'm gonna pay for it. I'm
Yeah.
sure it must be happening. I imagine it gets revealed like September direct time. I imagine that's there, right?
Mhm.
So,
Well, speaking of
anyways.
maps, Sean, this question's for you, sort of, but not really. It kind of is. I Can't See asks, question for the show. I often forget to use my map and scope beacons when I'm on a quest,
It's not just
or
you.
when I find stuff that are needed in the works, like cooking pods, building supplies, etc. That maybe because I struggled with Breath of the Wild, and that you don't have to add them in other open world games. Maybe they don't push it enough like they have before. Are there any helpful resources that you forget to use in Tears of the Kingdom, Sean?
I have no idea. Look, I feel like
map maybe.
I don't like. What are you guys getting out of the map exactly? Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, now I know what to do. Or like it. I don't think I get.
Now I know where to go.
Yeah, like
the functionality of a map.
Sometimes
maps,
it's helpful. Like
look.
if you have a quest set, like in regards to the main story, the first bit, Rito Village or whatever. If you have the map set, like you know exactly where to go, within reason in certain parts. But when you get to that big stage bit towards the end, like you know exactly where to go. It doesn't tell you exactly how to get there, but the map is helpful.
So I'd better open it all the time. Totally.
Use your map in logic. Come on.
I think the difference is that you're spending so much time like outside. I find maps very helpful, like within a building kind of setting. Like, not to get too much into it, I'm playing Dead Space right now as well. Maps very helpful. Corridors and hallways, and those are the same things. It's two different words. But maps very, very helpful. But yeah, is this one like, I don't know, just going like the general direction, you know, if there's a cave that I can find, generally speaking, I'll go find that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to claim that my way is any better. I just don't really see, I haven't been compelled to open the map, obviously. So who cares? Maybe I'll just make it a thing. This is my Andros idea. Run. Yeah, totally playing it without opening the map ever.
We'll see you in 2030.
Probably.
Mapless. I used to, like, back in my day, whenever you played World of Warcraft, you had to like read the quests and they would tell you like head northeast in this direction or whatever. Like now they'll just mark it on your map and you have like a compass that'll just like point you straight there. Yeah. But like back then you had to like actually just head in the direction they told you until you bumped into them.
There was an option, and I don't know if they did this in Valhalla as well, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey had an option for you to turn off like the waypoint, because you realize, especially in a game like that, where you can spend 120 hours just following waypoints, and it's pretty brainless. So they had an option there where you go, like, to your point, like it's by this tree on the island of blah, blah, blah. And you can kind of go search around. And I actually really enjoyed it. Thought that was really good.
Awesome. Dave knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. There's... You know who does this really well is Ghost of Tsushima. They have this thing where like the wind,
the fart in the wind,
yeah.
I mean the
like,
wind,
the fart in the wind will just
the wind.
It's interesting because like the island has all these like fields and flowers, and so you swipe up on the touchpad or whatever, and the wind just blows in the direction you're supposed to go, which is cool. I liked that a lot. Yeah,
The wind.
Lick your finger, find it.
I think it's a combo in Tears as well, like utilizing your map, going back and reading what the quest says in your little thing as well is also helpful. Especially if it doesn't show you on the map, it's like, oh, where do I go? Oh, the south cave in this area. So you just have to kind of look for some of it on your map, and then south of it.
You know, the Batman games did this well too, where you would mark something on your map and it was just the bat signal in the sky, and you just had to like go to the bat signal. I really liked that too. So I do miss stuff like that. I do prefer that sort of thing. I don't know what like the Zelda version of that is, but yeah, I do sort of like that. The power that I always forget to use is Ascend. Somebody in chat earlier said Ascend. I forget all the time. There have been several times in shrines, I'm in there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I am like stuck. And then like, oh, right, I can just like ascend up through the ceiling and
pop out of the ground. Yep.
Yeah.
Like I'm trapped. There's a ceiling. How do I get out of here? Like I forget about Ascend too. I was gonna say like potentially building something to get me out of a pickle of sorts.
That's what the DLC will bring is Descend.
Descend.
Sometimes I feel like Descend would be helpful. Like Ascend, before accepting it, you can exit and descend. But there's been moments where I was like, I wish there was a descend. Yeah, to just bury myself.
I wish Ascend, instead of being an ability, like you could just crouch for a couple seconds and then you get like the super jump, like in Mario 2.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a better way.
A little more elegant. Take something off of those darn buttons, dude. You got too much going on the buttons.
Too many buttons.
All right. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Was that it? Was that all our questions?
That was our last and final question.
We crushed it.
We did.
Look at us. We may have forgotten until like 50 minutes in that we had them at all. But when we got there, boy howdy.
We didn't
forget. Thanks to ScheiGuy, we remembered. So
thank you very much, ScheiGuy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, ScheiGuy.
Are we ready for my physical for the evening? It's not tears related. Do you have a physical, ready. Sean?
Sean looked like you had one.
I kind of did have a physical, but
do you want to go first?
Go for it.
No, it's dumb. It's not even Nintendo related, but I'm excited about it.
Who cares?
I got a comic book. I got Maximum Carnage comic book.
Oh, snap! Maximum Carnage, baby.
Yeah, well, it's kind of Nintendo related. It's a Super Nintendo game, the brawler. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Yeah, some might just thumb through this a little bit. And
Is that from the library or what?
No, this is from Amazon.ca. This is brand new. just released this week. This version of this printing of it. So it's volume 25 of the Epic Collection, The Amazing Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, and I'm stoked about it, man. I think I'm more excited just because it was a video game, and I really like the game, or at least the first 2 levels of the game, because Lord knows I couldn't get any further than that. So we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes I get excited about these sorts of things and realize like maybe older comics aren't really for me. Like, well, who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Carnage is cool. I'll patiently await the comic book adaptation of Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City.
Dude, that game is terrible.
I loved it when I was a kid. I loved it.
We put it on our totally illegally modded Super Nintendo Classic Edition, and yeah, that is a video game.
It is the game of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry for interrupting, but
no, you're fine. Yours is a lot lighter weight than my physical to show.
Really?
And it's also slightly technically a book as well, but it's not Tears, but it's Zelda related. But I've got.
Oh, I want it so bad.
Got the, what is it called? The complete. I have to read the spine. The complete official guide, expanded edition of Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
That is gorgeous. Can you give that a little open? A little open up?
A little flip through?
Got it secondhand at like one of those
spoilers
like stores or whatever. Yeah, there's some shrine stuff. Oh, I'm on the
big
Breath
of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild spoilers. Well, here's a bokoblin.
Oh, it's awesome.
Does anybody know what a bokoblin looks like?
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
That book is almost as big as you are. Lachlan is like struggling to even.
Honestly,
it's so heavy. It is so heavy.
Can I tell you all a funny story? You just had a picture of Mipha there, the Zora guardian from Breath of the Wild. I have a funny story that I don't know if I've ever shared on the show. That one time the voice actress of Mipha stole $25 from me. Did I ever tell that?
No way.
This is a quick story, but so my co-host on All In, Eric, he was kind of in a down and out period like a few years ago. He was kind of having a rough go of it. And I was thinking I just wanted to get him like a little something nice, just kind of cheer him up, and send something his way. And I happened to see, her name's Amelia Gotham, the voice actress of Mipha. And I saw her, I followed her on Twitter, and she was like, I am selling autographed Mipha prints, custom autograph, $25 a pop, and the proceeds will go to charity.
Oh,
and
nice.
I said, oh, this is nice. I can, proceeds go to charity. I can get Eric a little something, this is great. So I bought one, and she was very nice. And she asked what do you want me to write on it? I told her. A few weeks went by, I didn't hear anything. And she had posted an update, and she was like, yeah, sorry for everybody who bought one of these. I've been backed up and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, no big deal. Another month went by, and I DM'd her, and I was like, hey, any word on this?
Where is it at?
And she never responded. She I got the red receipt, but she never responded. And then another month goes by, and I messaged her again. I was like, hey, so what's up? And I saw other people on Twitter responding to her thread about it.
Yeah.
And she just was ghosting everybody. She just never responded.
That's terrible.
Never sent it out or anything like that. I'm sure. I don't know how she is as a person. I don't know what happened, but never got a refund for it. Never got the print. And I like to say that Mipha stole $25 from me.
Ouch.
At least it was only 25, but still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I know it was for charity. Like, well, was it? Like, you question
That's the
a few
thing.
things now.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to, say anything. I'm not trying to accuse her of anything,
You
but
said
The
enough.
tea. The
that
tea.
did happen. Yeah,
Mm.
that did happen.
The tea.
Yeah, the tea
There
has been
was tea.
spilled. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's why that like I subconsciously am just still salty and that's why I haven't done the Zora like domain yet in Tears of the Kingdom, but maybe it has something to do with it.
Have you been
Lost
there at all
25
to the
bucks.
Zora's domain?
I went there to get like the Skyview Tower in that area, and that's
Yeah.
it. I haven't actually done the temple yet. Yeah.
Me neither. I just kind of wandered around, did the little sludgy thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm out. I'll be back. I will be back.
I'm out.
He says the same to
$25,
all
I'll
of
come
the
back.
Koroks that are lost.
I'm out. Yep.
I'm out. I'll be back, though.
Just give him a punt down a hill and that's it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, y'all, we have talked all the tears without shedding tears.
So far.
So far. We haven't gotten into the full, like, discussion of tears. Let's end it before
That'll
we
come.
get into spoiler
That'll happen.
territory.
Yeah.
But Sean, where can people find you on the interwebs? Internet.
On the interweb, you can just go to Twitter if you like, whatever device you go. Open the app, go to Twitter, search for Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. You can find me there. I think that's it. Other than that, I will just say thank you, ScheiGuy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, ScheiGuy.
And appreciate you. And also shout out to my son Lincoln, if you like, who just started playing Ocarina of Time on his 2DS for the first time.
Nice.
And that is very exciting. Did it on his own. Like I put it on there. It's a modded 3DS, of course. But he started up and I was in the kitchen and all of a sudden I hear this hap, yeah. And I'm like, oh, what's this? And the music and it was very cool. So you love to see it. Who knows if he's going to be successful in life and whatever, but he's playing Ocarina of Time right now. So I'm a proud papa. Very cool.
Do you ever like sit him down and you're just like, son, this is your namesake.
All the
Yeah.
time. All the time. Yep. No, he's like, I know. I get it. Like
He's like, I get it.
I remember the last time. And I also sat Ellie down and I'm like, here's why you're called Ellie. And she's like, oh, that's violent. And she's been having nightmares ever since.
Last of Us 2, make her watch a full playthrough.
Exactly.
Horrible things Ellie does in that game.
Yeah.
They are not the same.
I feel bad for her because like she does have a cool namesake, but I can't show her or tell her. But Lincoln gets the whole Link thing. But yeah.
Yeah, you were almost Luigi, bro. You're this close.
Oh, gosh. Seth,
You're
what
almost
about yourself?
Ganondorf Capri.
Ganondorf.
Yes. I didn't have a funny convoluted thing prepared, unfortunately.
Maybe we'll put it to rest for a little bit. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
come
I
back
guess
out
so.
of nowhere. Do we do all the devices?
Yeah, I feel like we have. Is the well run dry finally? How many episodes have we done this bit?
It's been months.
Can somebody do that legwork?
Like, where did it come from?
At least 10, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised, actually.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than that. Anyways, twitter.com/2$hero. Thank you, ScheiGuy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, ScheiGuy.
You can find me on Twitter at LockliftTWT. I don't even have a real name Twitter anymore. I just switched it over. So
I thought you were just going to leave it there. I don't even have a real name.
I can't even. I don't just leave that in the dust. I'm not wearing the proper necklace attire tonight. Or you can find me here on YouTube at Locklith. You can always find me and my other two over here. I'm pointing in the wrong direction because Sean has moved me. You can find us here as part of the Nintendo Drive, part of Carpool Gaming every week. But thank you all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. What episode is this? 105? 106. 106. That's wild. Bump that like button if you haven't already and fuel this carpool in the comments below by answering, I guess, by giving us the wildest way you have gotten a Korok, I can never say it right, to their friendly destination. Hopefully they're nice. Please be nice.
Use rockets.
But if they're cursed, I mean, I guess put that too. But I'm just curious. But let us know.
Let us know. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, ScheiGuy. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the new Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like the stream and subscribe here on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you liked what you saw and want more, be sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming.
D